rescue operations and rescue workers are still racing against the time to try to locate people who are trapped under the debris of a collapsed building. Our reporter there is Lwando Nomoyi, who's been watching developments for us and joins us now live. And of course, as we mentioned a little earlier on, Lwando, this is the kind of story that sometimes even by the minute the situation changes. So perhaps let's just begin there. Is there any kind of information about what has been taking place at the site of this collapse, as many affected families, of course, wait desperately for answers?
Well, thank you very much, Ayanda. Well, nothing has changed thus far. The search and rescue mission still continues. Rescue workers are on site. We understand that over 200 of them are actually on site trying to rescue those that are pinned down underneath this debris. But we do also understand that we've taken it to the people now. We're speaking to some of the affected family members that we have here. We understand that we are topping close to 50 hours of this operation here. Heavy machinery is on site. The cranes, the drilling, all of that is currently taking place. However, we will show you those visuals once they've cleared some of the concrete slabs and the scaffolds currently on the side of the building, that they will be now trying to get people, because we understand that the head of disaster management in the Western Cape, Colin Dynas, has confirmed earlier this morning that that is the side that they will be focusing on, since there are signs of life there. But I just need to now bring in, one of the construction workers who worked on this building, Patrick Maseko, and he details how he was not on duty on Monday, on the day of this disaster. But let's just bring him in discussion now, because he also has some affected cousins and family members in this particular incident. Patrick, thank you very much for your time.
According to the updates about yesterday, they didn't allow us to go to the hospital, didn't allow us to hear what update is. But this morning we got an update about that our families from Malawi find 6 guys. 3 guys is passed away. But 3 guys, we find this arrive. Someone is injured, someone is nicely injured.
Patrick, let's just talk about your experience. You worked on the site before this disaster happened. Just tell us, what have you observed as someone who was on site, from the construction, from the foundation phase of this particular building? We understand that it's a multi-story building that collapsed here. What were some of your observations during its construction?
According to me, I'm going to just talk according to me, the way I see this building was started underground, underneath. So they built it according to the pillar was not strong enough, because they make like a garage underneath, then they make on the ground again garage, but the pillar was not enough, was far from each other. We are supposed to make the pillars too close. Maybe they make it to save the space for parking, but the way I can see myself, I can say the pillar was far from each other, because the building, the last one on top, they extend to be bigger again, and then the pillar cannot support. This was very, very big building, and the way I can see, we was more people even inside. Most of them, they was from Mozambique. It's almost 60 something. And then what about Rasta guys? What about plumbing? What about the people who was making electricity? What about us? I was working like a cleaner. Yeah.
And just also, lastly, before I let you go, we do understand that there are investigations that have been launched now into this particular incident in terms of what might have been the cause. And I'm sure, as a person who is here, with other families, you guys really want to know answers in terms of how this incident actually occurred.
This extent is very painful for us who have got families and the friends we lost. Like, according to me, I'm crying too much to my friends from Malawi, to my families. I can see even in my image the people who die. But if I hear the name, I feel too painful, too much painful. So it is too painful for me.
Thank you very much for your time, Patrick. Ayanda, that was Patrick Maseko, a construction worker at the site here that collapsed, just detailing to us, how he saw the construction of the site from the foundation phase and how they actually feel as family members. It's frustrations all around on this side. We're not on the side of the site. We're on the other side where the families have been cordoned off and told to remain here, but they do get updates from the provincial government and authorities every 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours. They do get updates in terms of what is the current status quo on this side.